What's up guys, it's Chris Majestic, and today we're looking at the 100 L5, which is a 100-inch 4K laser TV made by Hisense. And even though this is the first one I've had on the channel, Hisense has been making projectors for a few years now, and the 100 L5 is their most affordable option, which is currently priced around $3,500. Now you'll notice I called this a laser TV. Well, that's because Hisense refers to it as a laser TV instead of a projector on the box and product page. I think part of the reason for this is not only to dissociate it from any negativity surrounding projectors, but also because it comes with a fixed frame screen and legitimately looks like a TV when it's on. Now, I know you guys well enough to know that you think $3,500 is a lot of money to spend on a projector, but the fact that the price includes a nice ambient light rejecting screen that's built specifically for it does help. And to be fair, you're not gonna find a 100-inch TV anywhere close to $3,500. So this laser TV comes in two separate boxes, one huge 91-inch box that contains the screen and a smaller box for the projector itself. In the projector box, you get a power cord and a USB extension cable, which is helpful if you plan on plugging in USB devices. You get a voice-activated Bluetooth remote with batteries, a set of white gloves that you can use to handle the screen, a wrench, a dust bulb, and a brush, and of course the projector itself. And the projector has a nice unassuming design. It sits somewhere in the middle of the other ultra short throws in terms of size, being about 21 inches wide and weighing just under 25 pounds. It has a nice black fabric across the front covering the speakers and a nice grayish accent finish on the back portion that looks like it has a hint of gold. The top has the lens, an IR protection sensor, and the power button. And there are several ports on the back, including a couple of USB ports, 4 HDMI ports with 1 and 2 being HDMI 2.0 ports, analog audio outputs that can be used for external speakers or a subwoofer, a gigabit Ethernet jacks, and on the other side is a coax input since it has a built-in TV tuner. Now you'll notice there is no control panel or multi-function button, so all of the functions beyond powering it on or off have to be done using the remote. And even though I didn't record the unboxing process, the screen box includes the ambient light rejecting fixed frame screen, as well as all of the required hardware for the screen. So this screen was built specifically for this projector and has Starbright CLR screen material, which works great in a living room or a room with a moderate amount of ambient light. Installation is fairly easy, and it took me about an hour and a half to get the screen together by myself. And I really like the design of the wall hooks that come with it, since the screen hooks onto them easily and the screen can even be adjusted after it's hung on the wall. So even if your leveling was off a little bit, you can still adjust one side to even it out while it's still hung. Now, one important thing I want to mention about the L5 is that it has a fixed projection size and no adjustable focus. In other words, you can only project a 100-inch image, and the back of the projector sits about 10 inches away from the wall. Now, there are several pros and cons to this. The obvious downside is that you can't go bigger by simply moving the projector farther away from the wall, since there's no way to adjust the focus. If you want to go bigger, then you could go with a 120 L5, which comes with a 120-inch screen and costs around $4,000. Another downside is that you can't buy it without a screen, which would have likely brought down the cost even more. Now, on the flip side, it does come with a screen that will not only allow it to look its best, but the major benefit is that it has better sharpness across the entire screen. And this might actually be the biggest benefit to buying this projector. Alright, so now let's talk about specs. So this is a 4K pixel shifting ultra short throw laser projector. It has a single laser light engine that covers 83% of DCI-P3. It runs on Android TV OS and has the Google Assistant built in. It supports HDR10 and HLG and has HDMI CEC, ARC support, and analog audio out, as well as a nice pair of 30-watt speakers built in. And before the Team 3D guys start asking in the comments section, it unfortunately does not support 3D. So the L5 runs on official Android TV, which is probably my favorite TV OS. And unlike most of the projectors that I've been reviewing lately, the L5 was able to download all of the popular streaming apps. Now this might seem like a given, but Netflix and Hulu and several other apps have been missing from quite a few projectors lately. Now, even though I am a big fan of Android TV, I do have to say that the interface on the L5 was pretty laggy. Now, this is the first time that I've ever experienced any issues with Android TV OS, and I did check to make sure it was running the latest firmware version, and there didn't appear to be any updates available. Now the lag wasn't a really big deal, but it was enough to make me plug in the NVIDIA Shield halfway through my testing, which worked perfectly. Now when it comes to image quality, the L5 looks good. It provides plenty of brightness and pairs perfectly with the included ambient light rejecting screen. Here you can see how it looks with my basement light set to 100% with the light directly above it. I'd venture out to say that this looks really close to a TV considering the brightness and 100-inch screen. Now I personally prefer a 120-inch screen, but if you're looking to get a TV-like image with some ambient light, then I think 100 inches is the sweet spot. Now the L5 doesn't have the best color accuracy out there, but this is the trade-off that often comes with some brighter DLP projectors. It has 6 different display modes, and I say that standard looks good if you're using it to watch TV. Theater night is going to give you the best color accuracy and looks great if you're in a dark room, but it does drop the brightness quite a bit. And when it comes to black levels, it was decent even though the blacks appeared dark gray with certain content. This is another trade-off that often comes with bright laser projectors. And when it comes to HDR content, I had no idea what to expect, but HDR content looks fantastic on this projector as well. The tone mapping is good, and I was surprised at how natural the image looked. Now I do have to say that with some movies I did want the image to be a bit brighter, but if you want more brightness you can give up on some color accuracy and switch to one of the brighter HDR modes. Now one thing that really surprised me about this projector was how well it worked for gaming. Not only did it look great, but I measured the input lag using the HD Fury Diva and got around 25 milliseconds, making this the fastest ultra short throw I've seen so far when it comes to input lag. This was a complete surprise, and even though it's not the super low 16 milliseconds or less that hardcore gamers are looking for, it was noticeably better than the other ultra short throws I've tested. Another plus for this projector is the built-in speakers. Hisense says that this projector comes with their DBX TV audio technology, and I have to say that the audio quality was fantastic. The soundstage was nice and wide and sounded very similar to a decent soundbar. The only thing that was missing was bass, but that can easily be fixed by adding a subwoofer using the analog outputs. Not only did the speakers sound great, but the projector itself was also really quiet, and I could barely hear it standing only 5 feet away from it. Now I did mention that this projector has an ambient light sensor, and it might be the most sensitive sensor I've seen so far on any ultra short throw. Simply walking in front of the projector even a foot away would trigger the warning and shut off the lamp for a few seconds. And after triggering it about 10 times, I eventually turned the sensor off. Overall, I think the 100 L5 is a good projector and provides a lot of value. For $3,500 it's hard to find anything better considering it comes with a great quality screen, it has great image quality, and it's a fantastic option for gamers. The only things I can really nitpick about are color accuracy, black levels, and lag from the Android TV interface, but even still it's really hard to beat for the money since it's almost like you're getting a free screen. If you're looking to switch from a TV to a projector and you're looking for a great value, then the Hisense L5 is a good choice. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully you found it helpful. Now I will have the Epson LS500 video coming up within the next few weeks, so make sure you look out for that video. And if you did find this video helpful, go ahead and make sure you mash that like button for me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and hit that bell notification so you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next video.